Welcome everyone to the 20th episode of QCast. I am your host, Glory, and today I am not joined by Pengo1998. Let me get rid of his name because he's a fucking asshole and decided to sleep through this. Wonderful. I am joined though by Cringey and Rocky. How you both doing? You doing good?
Yes.
I is alive.
That's wonderful. I am currently alive too. I am currently sick though, so I'm gonna try and soldier through this. My throat is currently killing me, so I'm gonna try my best here. I have some Coca-Cola from Chipotle because I just went out to Chipotle again. If you guys don't know, I have an addiction to Chipotle, so yes. So I have that ready to drink if I need it. This is the 20th episode. Can you guys believe this? We've done 20 of these.
Yes.
That's crazy.
No.
No. Just no. It is crazy though, and I thank you guys for your continued support of this show. And we got a good one for you guys today because holy shit, there was a lot of drama this week. Oh dear. All right. So we're going to go straight into the deep end and first talk about this whole story with basically the entirety of that whole circle of the Boss, slaxx, New Genesis, all those people, because I'm pretty sure they're all basically best buds at this point. So, you know what? We're just going to talk about them first and get them out of the way. Worst news piece out of the way first. So basically, if you don't know what happened, we'll give a rundown of the events. I think early this week or something like that, basically what happened was yes, the Boss is full send. It's just the Boss is his old name, and that's how I always know him because fuck him. Basically what happened was I guess, threatened to expose a person's address who was a member of Solar Empire and also my organization, GLSQ. And basically, how did he get it? Yeah, he got it through this program that EMP was doing, and basically information was sent in the payment process for whatever this program was. And basically, this member got MM's real name and address, and vice versa. And basically, told this member that he has friends, quote unquote, in this member's location. And while he didn't threaten to send these people to do physical harm to my member and Solar Empire's member, it was still a shit show. And it was a complete shit show. Our own organization, GLSQ, and also Solar Empire released a statement on this, and we're basically saying, look, fuck we're not dealing with your shit anymore. And basically what ended up happening was, I guess the day afterwards, got kicked out of Endzone Dawn / EMP Gaming, or whatever they're calling it now. So yeah, he's apparently no more. Apparently.
Yeah, it's horseshit.
Yeah, we all know it's horseshit. I mean, like, the same thing happened when Unity League got disbanded. He laid low for a while and he came back. It's like, he's gonna come back now. But I mean, the argument can be made, because I debated if I even wanted to cover this, but I debated, he made EMP though. I don't know if he did make EMP. I thought it was someone else who made EMP and Endzone Dawn, and he just joined after he kind of came back from hiding. But basically what happened was he got kicked out, voted out from everyone else. So, I mean, I guess the best way to say this is cautious optimism. Hopefully he will never come back, but let's be honest, he probably will. So, we'll see what happens there. Yeah. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on this?
Uh, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
We've seen that. Well, everyone knew that Full Send was a MM the boss for ages. So
yeah.
I don't know why no one saw this coming.
It's, I mean, with all of the antics that MM has done with, asking someone for nudes to promote them in the Void Republic, and then alt using all the time. And apparently Endzone Dawn was under investigation for using alts again. At least as far as I know. And I mean, they should be. I mean, if you've looked at their member page, questionable. But yeah, so that happened. And then what else happened? Oh, let's move on to New Genesis. Earlier there was a forum post, basically from the Master Architect, about how to recruit, teaching basically the community how you should recruit and best practices with recruit. And basically he showed off some images about basically how he recruits, and what it involved with is basically, from what it looked like, spamming people who are just playing space engineers. So, that's fun.
An effective use of time.
Yes, very effective use of time. And the reason why I'm not showing these forum posts is because they don't deserve any recognition, because they just don't. And basically, NQ shot him down real quick. They locked the post and basically were like, this is not good, don't do this, and you'll get banned. So yeah. Well, there's a member that joined DU and Endzone Dawn only for 4 days ago and was immediately made a legate. Conspiracy. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if that was MM. Or slaxx, because we'll get to that in a minute. That's another story in of itself. This, like, it seems like just this entire news with, like, all of this stuff is, like, basically connected. And it's hilarious.
Of course it is.
Of course. So, speaking of slaxx, let's get on to his little thing. Basically, if you don't know who slaxx is, he used to lead the Galactic Commonwealth back when Dual Universe, the community page, was originally founded. And then he joined, basically him and MM joined orgs together and created Unity League. And what ended up happening was they got accused of using alts to boost their members, and they were found guilty, and their organization was deleted by Novaquark. And apparently, Novaquark said that, like, everything was still saved, like their posts and everything. It's just the organization was deleted to get rid of the alts. So, slaxx went on a bit of a rage. He posted some stuff on the forums. I'm sure someone else will gladly inform you what it was, but I'd prefer not to go back to that day because it has scarred me for life. Thanks, slaxx. Appreciate it. But basically what happened is that he posted an apology. And even though his account was banned, this is how he did it. And this is how, well, suspected, all right? But let's be honest, the evidence, questionable, again. Basically, there were 3 accounts created in rapid succession to basically post on this forum thread, right? The original one was to post his actual apology, and he was asking for his, like, Alpha Team Vanguard position to be reinstated, and, like, all this stuff. I thought slaxx was also full of... No, they're 2 different people, apparently. They are 2 different people. slaxx originally used this person to send it, and then the two accounts immediately afterwards were made to basically follow up with saying, like, I've known slaxx for years. He's, like, this amazing person and everything like that. And basically to argue with all the people saying that they shouldn't, that Novaquark should not give him back. And Q responded immediately, shooting him down, again. I love Noah Quark's new stance recently. Because, like, Nizeltar has just not taken any bullshit recently, and it's hilarious. And I love this new Nizeltar. He is not taking any bullshit. He is just shooting everyone down immediately. So, yeah, good guy Nizeltar. Basically shot him down, locked the forum post again, and basically said, yeah, no. So that happened. I don't know, Cringey or Rocky, I don't know if you guys actually read that entire post, but that was kind of funny.
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah. The thing is, right, is that, like, apparently one of the posters who said that, like, slaxx has been threatening suicide since he got banned. And it's like, can you say Nizeltar again? That pronunciation is pretty hilarious. Nizeltar. I don't know. Is that normal? Cringey, Rocky, is that normal?
Laurie, you're just not normal anyway.
Oh, that's true. Jesus, that car sounded fast.
That was a motorbike.
Damn. I don't get. I don't know why Nizeltar is like. I don't know why that pronunciation is funny, but yeah, basically, like, apparently slaxx has been threatening suicide since he got banned, and it's like, if you're seriously threatening suicide over a video game, then I don't think you should be playing video games, because you are taking it way too seriously. That's just on a serious note to anyone, right? Because it's like, video games are supposed to be fun. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, like, some people take video games seriously, but, like, they're supposed to be fun. You're supposed, like, that's the way I treat video games, at least. Like, after a stressful day in the real world, I treat it as an escape from shitty reality or something like that. If you're just getting stressed out over a video game, then honestly, you should not be playing that video game. It's kind of like how I was getting stressed out with shit like this, so I decided to take a break, and look at me, I'm back now, having fun, and, you know, it's like that. So that's just my honest opinion. Nizeltar, that is how I pronounce it. Nizeltar. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I guess, like, literally, remember, Zamaro, this is coming from the guy who pronounces Aeonian Federation, Anonian Federation, and also Comrade Moko as Comrade Dumoko. I'm not good with pronunciation, in case you didn't notice. So, you know, I mean, you're kind of, I mean, like, what did you expect? So, you know. By the way, it's good seeing you here. It's always nice to have a representative from the Eldritch Nation. Haven't seen you in here for a while, so good to see you. So I guess now that that's out of the way, I mean, does anyone have any final thoughts on it? I mean,
No, I think you covered it all.
Yeah.
Does anything need to be said that's, well, compared to what we've already said?
Other than fuck fuck slaxx, no, not really. I mean, originally I did not want to cover it, like I said. It's just, but I mean, it wasn't a major news story, all of this stuff. Like, you know, I felt like it wouldn't be right if I didn't cover it. And, like, I know people are like, ew, don't give him the recognition, like, but I treat it more as, like, a warning from these people saying, like, hey, if or slaxx or Master Architect, like, try and, you know, try to work with you, don't do it. Like, I know my audience has probably been around in the dual universe community for a while, but still, like, if there's any new people, just take my advice. Don't do it. That's the way I treat it, just as a warning, basically. So I knew who this. I is glory. Can you believe it? So yeah. I guess that's about it. So let's move on to the actual first topic. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with this, but I have, and I have been laughing a lot. So basically at the beginning of, well, it's been longer than last week, but it's been a week and a half. This forum member asked for a Linux crowdfund, and ever since then, it's just kind of turned into an argument, right? And it's just been hilarious to watch this. So it ended up with Novaquark giving, again, Nizeltar basically coming in and saying, look, all right, we get that you want a crowdfunding thing for Linux, but look, Linux is Linux. So we're going to focus on Windows. Have fun. And basically they locked down. Argument on the forums? No. Yes, it was an argument on the forums. And it was just kind of, I personally found it super funny because it just got so stupid. Because the thing is, if you look at this person's profile, right? If you go to this person's profile, they are literally a troll. This is the only post that they're on. Like, at least the last time I checked. Hold on. Open link in new tab. If you take a look, Linux crowdfund, Linux crowdfund, Linux crowdfund. That's literally all this person has been on. So it's like, they're just a troll. I mean, that's the way I at least consider it, right? Like, they're just always asking for a Linux crowdfund, and that's the only reason why they're on the forums. Like, and I mean, this person is arguing with many well-reputed people like Blazemonger, and like, it's just getting stupid at this point, in my opinion. So it's like, because at first it was like, you know, maybe have a Linux crowdfund, and then it's basically how it turned into is basically make your entire development team move over to Linux to develop it, and then port it over to Windows. And it's just like, what? It's just kind of funny.
Yeah, pretty much.
Novaquark should actually release the full version of Dual Universe before they think about porting it over to different systems, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, that's basically what they said.
That way we'll get the best game.
That's basically what they said. And, I mean, Dexio, I get where you're coming from, but, I mean, like, and I'm not counting it as post count, I'm just saying what they post on. Like, I get what you're saying, that I shouldn't label people as trolls, but I mean, I don't know. That's just based on what this person has posted on, and this is the only thing that they post on. I just think that it's just kind of stupid that, like, I just don't know if this should have gotten the recognition that it should have, but whatever, you know, I mean, Novaquark answered it. There's really not much else to say. They basically said no, not yet, at least. If the demand's there, we'll do it. And I mean, that's always been the thing. Like same thing for like VR and everything. Like if the demand's there, we'll do it and everything like that. And like, you know, I don't know what else to say about it. I mean,
not a lot else to say.
Yeah. We'll see. You know, hopefully this person will prove me wrong now and actually start contributing in other ways, maybe on other forum posts, so they will prove to me not to be kind of just basically a troll, in my opinion. But who knows? Rocky, stop playing War Thunder. God damn it. But yeah, so there's that. Some people, all right. Some people can get fairly passionate, particularly when it comes to a game that they greatly look forward to. I guess that you're right, Emsol, but it's like, I don't know, I just feel like this entire thing just got kind of blown out of proportion from the beginning, because it's just like the fact that it was just so aggressively, like, the person was just so aggressively like, you should do this, it's just like, I don't know. Like,
I'm gonna say like all the time.
Like, don't get me wrong. I think what Linux does is great. However, the problem is that it just doesn't have the market share. Like, if Linux had more of a market share, I'm sure people would probably look at it more closely. But it just doesn't. I mean, like, when is anyone, like, in their right mind saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna switch to Linux? Like, the normal user, not the coders, but like the normal user. We've seen plenty of acts of passion, so far. I do agree. There have been plenty of acts of passion. But I don't know. It's just kind of like, I mean, if you really don't like using Windows that much, then I mean, I don't know. There was intercourse on the forums and I missed it. Dexio. Many acts of passion. Oh my god, Dexio. That's amazing. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. But I've used Linux before. I think I used Ubuntu and Fedora, right? Glory doth want to be saying like another time. Shut up. I say like a lot. And basically, can you not tell?
United.
Yeah. But I've used Ubuntu and Fedora a couple years back. And don't get me wrong, I like them, but it just seemed confusing, right? That's the whole thing with Linux. It's just so fucking confusing. If you look at the amount of Linux-based operating systems, right? There's like Ubuntu, there's Fedora, Mac. There's Wine. I guess that's a
Mac.
new one. Mac. Mac is actually Android too. Those were both originally based off of Linux.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, they've kind of developed into basically their own. Anyone getting poor video quality? Oh, yeah, maybe. I'm streaming at 1080p 60 FPS, but who knows? But anyways, maybe this person will prove me wrong and start posting on other forum topics. Because I mean, hell, if they're this passionate about a Linux thing, maybe they could be passionate about anything else. So, Wine isn't an OS, and Wine is not an emulator. I don't know what Wine is. All right, Like, literally, I just heard that people were talking about Wine, and I was like, oh, that must be another Linux OS. Because, I mean, I just don't know. I don't know Linux. I haven't used it for a couple years. So, but, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm glad that Nova Quark finally put a stop to this, because it was kind of getting a little bit out of hand, in my opinion. So, yeah. All right. Moving onward, now we're actually getting into the better topics, and the ones where we're actually going to have a lot of discussion, at least I hope to have a lot of discussion. Wine is a program to run Windows stuff on Linux. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, fair enough. Thank you for that.
Just use that then.
I think it's because, like, there's some stuff that doesn't totally work. But I mean, Nova Quark has said that like people have got it working on Linux. It's just
no,
not.
That's not my point. I'm saying shut up. The person that did the post could just use Wine for DU.
Maybe. I don't know how Linux is. I'm not some epic coder, right? I'm not the guy like just sitting here at my computer in a dark room, just always typing all the time. Instead, I'm in a sunlit room with me looking at video games, typing all day. So, there's a difference. So, it doesn't...
I haven't seen the sun in 3 years.
Very true. Doesn't run stuff well. Okay. I don't know Wine. I've never heard of it up until this point since it's been discussed. So I had no clue about what it was. I just assumed it was probably another Linux operating system because there's like hundreds at this point, probably, right?
Probably. Don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, Linux has good things about it. It is open source. Don't get me wrong. I like the fact that it is open. But, I mean, that also has disadvantages. I mean, because, like, it's not quite that simple. Anyways, we know NQ stands and should help avoid this topic creeping up again. I agree. I think that at this point, it's just, like, Nova Quark have said that it's, like, we're done. Like, we'll do it eventually, maybe, if people want it. But until then, shut the fuck up. So, yeah. I agree. We'll see what happens, and, I mean, the topic's locked now, right? Let me just scroll down here. Yes, the topic is locked, so, it'll probably never creep up again. Hopefully. Alright, moving onward. Let's talk about this post that I saw yesterday. This is a lesson from Ark Survival Evolved. I saw this post yesterday, and I thought it was kind of interesting because it was kind of talking about the organizations in Ark, well, the tribes in Ark. I guess that's what they're called. I've never played Ark personally, but you know, I've seen videos on it.
Yeah, they're tribes, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I would guess since it's kind
Or
of like
come.
yeah, those people. So I kind of found this interesting, and I thought I'd report on it. So after divulging into the game that destroyed the meaning of early access on Steam, I have realized something. Dual Universe has a possibility of becoming similar to Ark. Before you tear into me for this, hear me out. There is a distinct possibility that this game could become more of a chore for players, having to check on your construct constantly, 24/7 maybe, to make sure they aren't going to be destroyed when you are offline, similar to the way Ark has become. Instead of fixing the base game, developers of Ark kept on adding more content, further pushing the game's community further and further apart, and breaking the game's performance even more than it already was. There is the possibility for this game to be dominated by massive organizations, similar to how servers on Ark are currently being dominated by mega tribes. Tribes dominated the server that have essentially unlimited resources, overpowered gear, overpowered dinosaurs, and a territory control over the island that essentially means that noobs who spawn have no chance of getting a good grip. With the completely unbalanced weapons, PvP has truly become a nightmare, and with unbalanced dinosaurs, the PvE has just become another No Man's Sky. In summary, Dual Universe has a long way to go in development and can go either two ways. It can be a really great game, or it can be another Ark. Only time will tell what will happen. But I have a hope that this game will not be another Ark. And at the end, Nova Quark, you have been warned. It's like horror thing or something like that.
A bit cringy.
So Dexia, so QCast is the shit from last week for the forums. I mean, when have we not been that? Let's be honest here. We've always covered on forum stuff. I mean, it's just kind of good stuff good discussion points. So, but anyways, what were you saying, Rocky?
He ended it a bit cringy.
Ah, yes, sorry. All right, so I want to.
It's my job to do that.
Yes, how dare you steal Cringey's job, Arias? How dare you? But I found this one kind of interesting because it is kind of, I mean, it can happen, but I feel like Nova Quark so far is kind of like talked about enough stuff to prevent it from happening, and I kind of wanted to go through and kind of talk about it, right? Because, like, granted, I don't know the developers of Ark, right? I don't really keep up with Ark. Ooh, I have Facebook notifications. Ooh. Get rid of that. All right. Because I definitely use Facebook. Who the fuck in their right minds uses Facebook anymore? Like, real talk.
Hello.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, for Messenger.
Oh.
So, hello. I just look on there to see if anything's happening with retards.
Fair enough. And it's 2018. You're not allowed to say that anymore, Cringey. How dare you?
Fuck wits.
What are you eating, Rocky?
Raisins.
Ah, raisins. Over 1 billion people.
He's a weird person.
Shut up, Dexio. Don't challenge my knowledge, all right? I know no one uses Facebook anymore. Nope. Facebook is stupid. Facebook, no one uses Facebook. If I don't use Facebook, no one uses Facebook. Of course, that's how the world works. But anyways, let's talk about this now. So basically, I want to go through this first bit. Having to check on your construct constantly, 24/7 maybe, to make sure they aren't going to be destroyed when you're offline. I know that Nova Quark has talked about like having these protection bubbles that like will have like a 24-hour, buffer, right? Before, before they can get like taken over, right? Because you guys remember
something like that.
Yeah. And I honestly think that's very generous. Incomplete. Looks at GLSQ Facebook link on the screen now. Oh, fuck. I still have that on there, don't I? Fuck. Shut up, Kurok. All right. But, I mean, think about it, right? Because, like, I don't know. I genuinely think that the 24-hour buffer for getting attacked by Novaquark has always kind of been a bit generous. Like, I feel like it should have been, like, 12 hours at most. Because, think about it. If the person cannot, like, if the organization or the person that, hey, Kurok without a C. Yes. Like, if the person cannot, you know, be able to defend their stuff, like, or get ready to defend their stuff within 12 hours, then they honestly shouldn't own that stuff at all. Like, I get why they do it, because it's like, you know, it wouldn't be fair to the one person, but I mean, I don't know, I just feel like 24/7.
The point of it that he's trying to make is, like, 3-man groups, you know, let's say 3 men, they're owning a territory. As soon as there's, like, a group nearby that's, I don't know, 20 players, you're screwed. That's no longer yours. That's the point you're trying to make.
I just feel like it ultimately will prolong shit and not really... It's just going to make it longer, more drawn out, especially for, like, those small things. Because, like, it won't really change much, especially for, like, the one-player orgs. Like, for, like, moderately sized orgs, maybe it will change it, because they can at least put up a little bit of a defense. But I just feel like for the one-player orgs, it won't make any difference whatsoever. But I could be wrong. But, so there's that in place. At least, I'm guessing it's probably going to be in place, because they keep on talking about it, and wouldn't surprise me. So they at least have a way to protect yourself if you're offline. And I do get that, like, if you're offline... Like, that would really be helpful. That's the one thing that I think... Because, like, if you go to sleep, like, at 9, and someone waits for you to, like, go to sleep and then attacks, like, that's just a dick move. So that would help, because it's like you could wake up, you'll be like, oh, shit, my base is getting attacked. Let's roll, get moving, and just, like, smash shit. So, you know.
You're all right, then.
Yes, I am okay. Mentally, at least. So instead of fixing the base game, the developers of Ark, we already kind of talked about that. I think the developers of Dual Universe, Novaquark, I think they'd honestly listen to players' problems. They just seem like those kind of developers. I don't think they'd ever kind of really not listen. Like, I think they'd always try their best to fix it. You know? I don't, like, that's just my personal opinion. They seem like Novaquark has seemed like some of the more, you know, genuine developers I've seen in a long time. So, you know, further pushing the game's community further and further apart because of breaking the game's performance even more than it already was. Yeah, that's kind of the same thing. There is a possibility for this game to be dominated by massive organizations. I think that's going to definitely be true. I think it will. I think, like, I think you're already seeing that now, in complete honesty, with, you know, organizations like Terran Union and Band of Outlaws. But I mean, I think the good thing is that there really are no organizations, like, in the top 10 or the top 20, apart from, like, 1 or 2 ones that everyone hates, that, like want to actively, like, try and annoy everyone, right? Like, overall, they're kind of just, at least now, we're all kind of just friends with each other, right? And we're all just kind of chill with each other. And I think at the moment, yes, and I specifically said that. But, like, I don't think a lot of people want to kind of just go to war, right? It's not just like there's not, like, that's just my honest opinion of the thing. But we'll see. And there's also ways against that, because it's like there's the safe zones that they've been talking about. And yet ODY is in the news more often than those larger orgs. Very true, Kurok, very true. I don't know how they do it, but they're good. God damn it, they're lucky. But there's ways to get around it because of the safe zones, like where you can't get attacked. I'd consider a general non-hostile attitude trend. Yeah, I'd definitely agree. Who knows what some major orgs will consider doing later. True. You know, you never know what drama will arise between, you know, you guys and your uh, well, whoever, you know. I mean, I was gonna say Terran Union, but I mean, I don't know your current relationship status with them, so I'm gonna just leave that there. But basically, I don't think. I mean, the PvP thing can become unbalanced, especially if they do lock and fire, because it's like, yeah, it'll be basically more stats wise, but again, you don't have to PvP because of the fact that like, you can just sit in the safe zone and buy stuff. There's nothing to be gained from being hostile at the moment. Later on, when orgs stand benefit financially, wars will crop up. I agree, but I don't think at the like I said, at the moment, and two, we'll see how war is, because like we still don't have any PvP stuff, and you know, we'll see how expensive it will be, because that's another thing. If war's super expensive, I don't know if you'll see many large wars, because I mean, war ain't cheap. So we'll see. PvP has truly become a nightmare, and with unbalanced dinosaurs, the PvE has just become another No Man's Sky. Well, there is no PvE, at least as of right now. They have said that there won't be really any PvE. Cringey, stop playing Hearts of Iron. God damn it.
I'm still paying attention. I've been playing Hearts of Iron for ages.
God damn it. Why are you guys both playing games while we're talking? Yeah. All right.
I can listen whilst playing.
In summary, Dual Universe has a long way to go. But yeah, I don't know. What are your guys' opinion on this?
If it becomes another arc, then yeah, it's going to be hell on earth.
True. Cringey?
It does have a chance of becoming another arc, but we've already had this delayed to make sure that it doesn't become another arc. And at the same time, the big orcs are literally some of the most friendliest people you can find.
True. Like the leaders of the big orgs, they are some of the most chill people. Like they're like, if you just get to know them on a personal basis, like we're all chill, you know? Top 10 and top 20, most of the org leaders are just like willing to kind of just, you know, they're kind of some of those people that they're just willing to kind of just sit down and have a talk, and just like, they aren't like what's the leader of that big Eve org, Goonswarm? I just watched a video on that a while back. The Matani, like, he doesn't talk to really anyone. The man never even logs on, right? Apparently, like, I just watched that, like, something from IGN about it. It showed up in my recommended, and I just kind of found it interesting, because that's another thing that'll be interesting if like something like Goonswarm ever arises. I think there will be, honestly, people who try. I don't know how far they're gonna get, but I mean, hell, if they can make it work, you never know. Goonswarm, the space terrorists, yeah. That was an interesting article. I'm glad I watched that, because it was interesting, because I'm not he did use diplomats. The man never logged on, so it was just kind of always something. It was just kind of interesting to see like how a developed game like Eve, like someone has been able to do that, right? It's just kind of crazy how someone doesn't even have to log on to the game, but yet he has like 30,000, you know, just basically sheep that'll do whatever he fucking says. It's just kind of crazy, you know? Man's a fucking warlord. I'll be interested. I mentioned this before. It would not surprise me. Goons are only interested when they are the underdog. Eve's dominant goons are now the most boring element of the game. Fair enough. I don't know Eve, but I would just laugh if like something like that happens to like Terran Union, right? And Fleet Admiral Coke, you just get like the warlord Fleet Admiral Coke. Cringey, Rocky, could you just see like Fleet Admiral Coke being like the warlord?
Yeah, I can. He just sits on his bed and just like crumbles entire empires.
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
That would be great. That would honestly be hilarious. I Coke, we need to make that happen just to see that. But anyways, so there's that. Now on to our next topic, and this one's kind of the one that really interests me because I saw it this morning, and hopefully Kurok's still here because I'm giving him free promotion here. So I saw this post from Kurok, and it was, even though it's been since April 2nd, I just saw it today, and it was about the bounty system that, you know, has kind of been discussed a little bit, and I found it kind of interesting, but I'll read it out. I got a notification from, talking about the weather. How great. Anyways, moving onward. Imagine a system where the community polices itself. Griefers, no problem. Put a bounty on their heads, and they will see the error in their ways. Or will they? Some believe that a bounty system is a deterrent to prevent criminals from performing their nefarious deeds. But in some cases, it has the opposite effect. It creates super criminals. It may indeed lessen the number of minor criminals, but there are those that see their bounty as their degree of infamy. By extension, how much they are winning. The bigger the bounty, the bigger the pirates. Respect, after all. Trolls like to be fed, and an advertised bounty board is great feed. Or is it? What do you believe a bounty hunting system would accomplish? Should it be a tool for justice, a way to show the world how badass a character is, a way to legitimize PvP without declaring war? For the read, and then he kind of links some more further reading. So I want to get your two's opinion on what you think the bounty system will be, right? What do you guys think it's gonna be?
Very orc-based.
No idea. And what, Cringey?
Orc-based.
Orc-based.
It's more the orcs will take care of their own bounties.
I think it has the opportunity to be both. And I think that's good because, right? Think about it. If the person is good enough to either elude, if he has a fucking giant-ass bounty on his head, and if he's good enough to elude, like, the people hunting that bounty or basically take them out, like, the man should fucking be a legend. I mean, like, think about it. We always, like, kind of make, like, famous bank robbers. Like, remember, like, think of all the Wild West criminals, like, oh god, I can't even remember them. But, like, think of people who, like, robbed banks before, like, Bonnie and Clyde, right? Back in the 1920s here in America, right? Like, people honestly just, like, make them heroes anyways for their nefarious deeds. And I mean, eventually they got their justice in the end, but I mean, still, some for reference, the Eve bounty system was largely flawed as it did not offer any assurance of inflicting damage to said target. Many players with a bounty in Eve would just use an alt to kill themselves and collect their own bounty. That's something that they'll have to look at. Look at Lee Harvey Oswald. That's another one. I mean, well, that's not really a good one because he killed the president, and he's not really.
Did he though?
Oh dear. Are we gonna get into conspiracy theories now? About
No, I'm just saying.
Who fucking killed the president?
Let's talk about conspiracy theories.
No, let's not. I don't want to. But I mean, I don't know. I think it has the ability to be both, and honestly, I would not mind it. He popped the prez. Yes, he did pop the prez, or apparently he did. You know, there's always a thing. We just learned about that in my history class. This week, we were going through the conspiracies about who, if there was a second shooter and stuff like that. So that was always kind of funny, because it's just like, I mean, I don't think that there was a second shooter. Latest news: Buttclenchean joined. Wait, what? Latest news: Buttclenchean joins. Yes. A flat Alioth society. All right.
I'm up for that.
Oh dear. Anyways, but I think if Nova Quark implement the bounty hunting system, right? I heard the killer was a guy named Brian Tucker. Oh my. All right. Moving onward. I think that honestly, if Noble implement this right, if they don't allow people to just have their alts kill the main characters, then honestly, I think that it would be alright if it was both, because like people who, you know, aren't good enough will get killed, and you know that will deter like the people who aren't good enough. But the people who are good enough, well, I mean, one, they'll gain more notoriety, which means more people will go after them. And if they try to create like, you know, empires in respect, people can double cross them and then kill them. It's like, I don't know. I still feel like they'll probably get their justice after all, because I mean, remember, almost all the criminals, right? Almost all the bank robbers that you remember, like Bonnie and Clyde, they got their justice. A lot of the Wild West people, they got their justice, you know, and like if someone puts a bounty on Cyberx, all characters die. Very true. Very true. No one put a bounty on Cyberx. That would be bad. But what else? I mean, I don't know. I think it'll be good. I mean, there are some exceptions, like, you know, DB Cooper, right? Like, he was the one who, like, said that he had a bomb on a plane and parachuted out and never was seen again with, like, how much money did he have? Like $100,000 or something like that? And like
£7.
Yes. But it was kind of interesting because never was seen again, and people still try to figure out his mystery to this day, even though he's probably dead. I'm gonna put a bounty on JC. Yes, you have fun with that, Brian. You have fun with putting a bounty on JC and see where that will get you. Probably banned. But I think it's honestly, I hope the bounty system is good. Like, because, I mean, hell, I'd be interested in becoming a bounty hunter if the org work doesn't work out. You know, record me going after people and just upload it on YouTube later. That'd be fun. I kind of have like the Bounty Hunters TV show, but, you know, in Dual Universe. That'd be fun. You know?
Whatever floats your boat.
But yeah, we'll see where it goes, and you know, everything like that. So, next topic. Let's move on. This one's just kind of more of like a note, but in case you guys don't know, there have been basically two main community maps. There's DU Stats, which is the one I primarily use. That one's founded by Lord Void, and a while later, Shocker came out with one, and he just recently updated his Dual Universe community map. So his is kind of interesting because it's like, I don't know, it looks more colorful, I guess you could say. But I mean, I find both of them interesting, and I think that it's honestly cool that I just realized that the you know that that joke org with the hands, like with the OK symbol. I love how on Chakray's community map they actually have the emotes. That's hilarious.
Oh god.
Where is GLSU? I can't find us. I tried looking this morning and I couldn't find us. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try and find us. I'm gonna waste time. All right. There's Opian. There's ODY. I'm trying to look for. I'm trying to get like a judge for size. I live in that mess in the middle. Yeah, that is quite a bit of a mess. I do like the fact that that the lag problems, like originally, like there was a little bit of lag issues. Like I'm glad that they kind of got that fixed. Where the fuck are we? Wait a minute.
I'm looking as well.
Is that us? Oh, there we are. We're being covered by Silverlight. God damn it. Shagaray, fix that. We're covered by Silverlight. Always in their shadow. God damn it. How dare you cover us up. Damn.
I still can't see us.
Like if you go to Silverlight and like we're like right.
I see it.
Yeah, we're right between the D and the U in industries. God damn it, Shakaray. We need to fix that.
You can move it about. You can move it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's one of the things I forgot that you can do. You can move it. Yeah. That's also one of the things that I like about this one, apart from Lord Voids, is you can kind of all move it aside and just kind of... Yeah. But still, like, by default, we're underneath Silverlight. Chakra, move us down to, like, here or something. Please, and thank you.
Move us to the center, please.
Move us to the center. No, just make us as big as Terran Union, right? Just, like, make our dot as big and, like, just put it, like, I don't know, like, out here, right? Just so we're, like, known. And make our letters, like, multicolored. Just so, like, we're readily
Gay
seen.
pride and isolated.
Yes. Oh, dear. All right. But, yeah, so make sure you go and check it out. I put a link to it in the description. Chakra honestly did a great job with this map. And, yeah. I just can't believe how big fucking the Tehran onion is. Jesus Christ. They are fucking huge. Ugh.
Alright, what org is the one that's all the way off at the side?
What?
That's us, you.
Yeah, I moved us.
Oh, God's sake.
Anyways, but yeah, I still love the fact that Frog Swarm is just off on their own kind of out here. Like, they only have one connection, which is so Marius. He's the only connection that they have. It's just kind of always funny for me to see how isolated the frogs are. Is Peck in there? Hold on, let me look for Peck. Can I search this? No, I don't think I can. Where the fuck could they be? We're having fun. There's Chromion up there. Alpha Team Vanguard. Endzone Dawn. Palestria. I can't see them. If someone wants to point them out to me in the comments, right? I will gladly see that. There's SEN.
I'll have a look now.
Okay. I see PCB, but that's not PEC. So, yeah. It's just, I mean, it shouldn't be that... Oh, wait, I found him! Haha! I found them. PEC. Yes. Right there. And, like, literally, like, below and to the right of New Genesis. Haha. My eyes haven't failed me. But, yeah. It's a cool map, and I gotta give, I just love, I cannot believe that they added in the fucking emote for the, okay. That's the thing that makes it amazing. But,
Glorious, the wrong pack.
Wrong pack? Which pack? Oh!
It's supposed to be pack with a C, not with a K.
God damn it. Shit. Alright, I'm not gonna spend it. Alright. Someone else can point it out to me if they find it. Alright. So, last topic. And, well, last two topics, technically, because these are joint topics. As expected for Screenshot Saturday, yeah, of course, Aglio. Every org is a terrorist org, except for the Space IRA. Of course. Pigeon Engineering Corp. Oh, is that your organization, Brian? Sorry. Hold on. I thought I saw it. Hold on. I swore I saw it, but maybe
I'm searching for it, but I can't see any of it.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Brian. If you find it, let us know, and we'll point it out. But anyways, back to this. As expected for Screenshot Engineering, I was looking at Pigeon Engineering Corp, and I was about to say Screenshot Saturday. God damn it. I'm great at words. As custom for Screenshot Saturday, yes, NovaQuark released this for Screenshot Saturday, and so let's talk about it. In case you can't tell from the video that NovaQuark did from announcing the winners for the Outpost contest, this is the inside of ODY's Outpost from the Outpost contest. You could kind of tell from the seats and everything, and also it's Krumar's construct, which was, you know, same thing. So of course, massive shout out to and congratulations to Code and Krumar and the rest of the Objective Drive Yards team for making this and always getting attention from NovaQuark. You know, good job. Although I think you got some things to work on, so specifically, you know, making sure that this isn't cut off, maybe a bit more centered over here on the screen, and maybe not having a door that just goes into like looks like a dirt abyss. So you might want to get working on that. Just a thought. But banter aside, this is a beautiful design and massive shout out to you guys, especially with these cross sections. Like, holy shit, that looks amazing. I don't want to know how long that took you to do, because how long this entire thing took you to do. Holy shit. Like, there's a lot of stuff here. Like, and it's intricate too. Like, you guys do amazing stuff over there. So, congratulations to you guys, and you guys earn it, though, because it's beautiful. I love how they just have people kind of just jumping around in the background. It's kind of funny. Apparently that wasn't finished yet. Oh, if they didn't finish the design, then that makes sense. Okay.
Yes.
But yeah, regardless, beautiful design. Now, the last thing, right? The last thing I want to talk about before we end this Qcast is that we are doing another Q&A with our friends over at the Terrain Union. So the date tentatively is the first weekend of May. So that is, hold up, May 5th or 6th. Hopefully 5th. Okay, yeah. Oh, oops, accidentally. Oh yeah, speaking of which, since I wanted to point this out too, in case you guys didn't see this, JC in his office, right? Our Lord and Savior just got this painted on there with "Just Do It." That's my. I found that funny. It's cringy, but it's funny all the same. Now all that they need is Shia LaBeouf there. Just, you know, good enough. Imagine if Shia LaBeouf would like do something for that, for like DU, if we'd ever got to that point where it would be famous enough for him to do something like that. That'd be funny. But so yeah, very nice. Very nice for JC. But back to what we were talking about. We are going to be doing a Q&A with Terrain Union, hopefully the first weekend of May. So in the description, if you go and look for this live stream, the last thing is a link to a Google form where you will be directed to here, where you can put your question, where we will answer. Question: will Glory ever correctly pronounce the word Terran? No, I will not. I am not good at pronunciation, in case if Anonian Federation and Comrade Demoko was not evidence enough. And Nizeltar now too, apparently. But yeah, so make sure you go and ask that. We will answer any questions that will not get us banned by breaking the NDA. So yeah. And hopefully Cringey and Rocky and Penga will all be there. That's a big word. Hopefully. You know, but yeah. So it's going to be a lot of fun. In case you never watched our Q&As before, hold on. I think they have them up on public on YouTube. Hold on. Let me look this quick. YouTube. You can go and watch the last one that we did. Of course, my microphone kind of echoes a little bit because I am not good with listening, and I did not know that it was my fault. So Terrain Union, yes, here we go. Yes, they do have one. Oh, and they also have their July 2017 that they did before. What is so yeah, make sure you go and take a look at those, because they're a lot of fun. But
you need to get a dark theme on your YouTube.
What?
need to get dark theme for your YouTube.
It's because I'm in incognito. Hold on. Turn on dark theme. There you go. All right, I turned on
Merry
dark.
Christmas.
Yes. But yeah, make sure you go and watch those because those are a lot of fun. You can see the last one that we did back in August. Holy shit. It's been a long time since we've done one of these. It's been too long. We originally wanted to do these every month, right? And we just never got around to it. So, yeah, we're going to be doing it in May. And once it gets closer, we'll let you know what the actual date and time is. And yeah, that's about it. It'll probably be in the morning because normally we do these earlier in the morning. Like, I think they started these at 10 a.m. Eastern time, so that's what, like 7 a.m. Pacific. 10 a.m. is fuck. I'm not good with time conversions, in case you guys can tell. That's like 1 p.m. Wait, no, that's not 1 p.m. That's 3 p.m. UK time, 4 p.m. European time. So yeah, all those good conversions. So yeah, make sure you go and watch that because you'll get an idea of what that's all about, and then go over here, submit your questions for the Q&A because we'll get to answer it and we'll have a lot of fun. We always laugh whenever we do stuff. We have a lot of fun when we do stuff with the Terran Union overlords, and yeah. So make sure you go and submit your questions for that because it'll be a lot of fun. Cringey! I told you to stop playing Hearts of Iron. God damn it. And Rocky! Stop playing War Thunder. Again.
You're not my mum.
Okay.
Sorry, Mum.
So yeah. Other than that, I think that's about it. We made it to an hour. Aren't you proud of us? We made it to an hour. We got an hour done. We don't have to
Can we
waste...
go home now?
Shut up. You guys already are home. I love how last week we kind of just wasted like 5 minutes at the end just trying to like get time, even though we didn't even try to. We just kind of did.
We've done that for 20 minutes before.
I know we have, and it's funny because it's not like I specifically want to do an hour. It's just normally kind of like a joke because like people always try to, like how people make their YouTube videos 10 minutes for ad revenue, and like I try to make our videos an hour just because, but I don't need to this time. So that's about it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Really helps get our content out there. And we will be back next week. Maybe for once we'll have everyone here because will be the last week of April. So Pengo will be back from his vacation. Hopefully Cringey and Rocky will be here. So we'll have the entirety of everyone who should be here. Of course, probably
no
not.
promises.
Yeah, knowing us, probably not. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next weekend, yeah, take care, and yeah, all that good stuff. Bye.